Have you noticed this yet? Walk into any high-end shopping district in the world, Fifth Avenue, Bond Street, Champs-Élysées, or step inside a Rolex boutique, or Hermes, or Louis Vuitton, and you'll keep seeing the same thing: Chinese buyers. They're everywhere, not window shopping. Buying. You see them walking out of luxury stores, carrying bags, sometimes 4 or 5 at a time, every time. You don't see them hanging around average places like Kohl's, JCPenney, or Macy's. Now here's where it gets strange. Why is there a Chinatown in almost every country on Earth, but no such thing as an American town, or an English town, or a French town? Walk through any major city, New York, London, Paris, Sydney, and you'll see Chinatown. This shouldn't make sense, because just a few decades ago, China was starving, a communist country where the government crushed wealth, banned education, and hunted down professors for knowing too much. And yet today, China isn't just rich, it's dangerously powerful. Powerful enough that the United States started a trade war out of fear. You see, what most people don't realize is that the Chinese didn't become wealthy by accident. There's a big secret hiding in their country that allows them to have godlike levels of wealth and influence. Think you know what it is? I'd be surprised if you did. It has nothing to do with stock markets, real estate, or crypto, and it's definitely not the law of attraction or meditation or positive affirmations. It's a powerful, secret 5-minute morning ritual that the wealthy Chinese have been using ever since this secret was leaked. All you need is a pair of ears and 5 minutes a day. That's it. Just 5 minutes to let it do its work. A secret so unique, once you hear it, without even trying, money flows in with less resistance. People want to work with you. Doors you didn't know existed start swinging open. It works so fast, you will be able to actually see money appear in your life within just a few days. So here's what I'm asking. Watch this video all the way through. You'll understand why this video may not stay up for long. And at the end of this video, I'll hand you the exact 5-minute morning ritual, the same one that's quietly built fortunes for people you'll never see on Forbes. Hi, my name is Leo Brandt. I spent 10 years in Beijing, China, working as a telecommunications engineer. And because of that, I speak perfect Mandarin. I was the guy hired to fix physical cables and systems that carry the internet. In China, my skills mattered. I worked around powerful, influential people. I'm talking about businessmen, politicians, senior government advisors. When my long-term contract and visa ended, coming back to the US felt like the obvious next step. But when I came back to the US, I thought those same skills would translate. They didn't. Suddenly I was too specialized and not necessary. And just like that, I went from respected to scrambling for whatever work I could get. I was a broke telecommunications engineer. I had the skill, better than most telecommunications engineers in the US, but nobody cared. No gigs, no money, no high-paying projects. My wife Lori and I were drowning, bills stacked up on the kitchen counter. Every purchase turned into a calculation. There were nights Lori and I didn't eat because there wasn't enough. We'd push the very little food we had toward our daughter and tell her we weren't hungry. We even smiled when we said it. Sat there, watching her eat, pretending this was normal. As a husband and father, it was humiliating. And one night, it all came crashing down. I was inside a high-level boardroom, hired to verify that all communications lines were functioning properly before their private meeting took place. I was hoping to receive the $300 payout after the job. That's when I heard my client whisper to his assistant in another corner of the room, "Don't pay Leo tonight. Tell him the check is in processing. If you pay guys like Brandt too fast, they lose their edge. Keep him hungry. A hungry dog is a loyal dog." At that moment, I realized I wasn't respected. I wasn't valued, just someone they could treat however they wanted. After I completed the job without getting paid, I got into my car and got ready to drive back home. Halfway there, my phone rang. It was Lori. She tried to speak, but I could hear the tears in her voice. "Leo, the inhaler's empty," she said. She swallowed hard. "Our daughter is struggling. We need a new one. Tonight." I drove straight to a 24-hour pharmacy. The inhaler medication cost $60. My card declined 3 times. I called Lori and told her what happened. There was a pause, then she said, "Hold on." A few minutes later, she transferred what little we had left. I went back inside and paid. That night, we didn't talk. That was the moment I realized something. I wasn't just broke. I was a husband and a father who couldn't provide and protect. What I didn't know was that night would mark the death of my old life and the birth of a life beyond anything I had ever dared to imagine. The next day, I went back to work at yet another underpaid gig in a government building. I was there as a subcontracted telecom engineer to troubleshoot some internet issues before a closed-door meeting between US officials and foreign executives. That's when I noticed him, a Chinese man in a perfectly tailored suit, wearing an expensive watch worth more than my annual income. The leather on his shoes looked softer than anything I'd ever owned. He looked like someone who moves millions with a phone call. As I passed by, I casually said it in Mandarin. Ni hao, zuijin hai hao ma? How are you doing? He stopped and turned around. You could tell it caught him off guard. An American guy speaking fluent Mandarin without an accent? That must be rare. I then continued my work. At one point, the entire building's internet went down. Phones stopped syncing, screens froze. The in-house IT guys were already saying the same thing they always say, which is to restart or reboot the internet connection. That's like turning your faucet off and on when there's a leak in the pipes. It doesn't fix the real problem. Instead of rebooting it like everyone else suggested, I pulled out my tester and followed the signal back to the main pipe that supplies the internet to the whole building. And that's when I saw it. A tiny error buried deep in the configuration. Most engineers wouldn't even know what they were looking at. I corrected it right at the source. Within seconds, the entire building came back online. But not just online, this time stronger. On my device, it shows the internet connection is 5 times faster. It was running better than it ever had. And when I looked up, the Chinese man was watching me in awe. For his protection, I can't reveal his real name. Let's just call him Mr. Xing. He walked over and asked in Mandarin, "Where did you learn to do that?" I told him. "Back when I was in China." Then he gave a small nod. "I have a meeting," he said. "Wait." I watched him walk into the conference room with the US officials. 40 minutes passed. Just when I was about to leave, the doors opened. Men in suits came out first. Advisors, lawyers, senators, and they were all waiting for Mr. Xing to step out. Once he stepped out, 4 bodyguards moved with him, 2 ahead, 2 behind, and Mr. Xing told me to follow him. So I did. They led me down a quiet hallway into a private lounge overlooking the city. And then it's just me and Mr. Xing. We sat down and we started chatting. For someone that powerful, he was unexpectedly grounded, calm, attentive, genuinely curious how I spoke fluent Mandarin. He listened more than he spoke. And before I even realized it, I was telling him everything. About Lori, about our daughter, about the bills, about how invisible I felt in the US, how I'd gone from being respected to scrambling just to get by. He just listened, just nodding like he already understood. Then after a long pause thinking whether he should say it, he leaned forward. "Come to Shanghai. We could use someone like you for a big private project. Your expertise is just rare." Then he added almost casually, "And you'll need to travel offshore." That was enough to tell me this wasn't a normal repair job. Plus the pay is not bad. Of course I said yes. 2 days later, I was on a flight to Shanghai, then took a private chopper and flew for hours into the South China Sea, far past anything marked on a map. That's when I saw an offshore platform rising out of the water like a small island. When I landed, I went into a control room and was accompanied by 2 Chinese men, from which I could tell they're rich, like the tycoons that you see in the media. One of them is, of course, Mr. Xing. They told me one of the most important cables feeding information back to mainland China had become unstable, but they couldn't quite tell what exactly was the error. And I later heard from the other guy whispering to Mr. Xing in Mandarin, "Ever since this error, our revenue dropped by 70%, and the entire China is in an economic downturn." Mr. Xing quickly lifted his hand slightly, a subtle gesture, and the man stopped talking mid-sentence. Then Mr. Xing turned his head slowly and looked at me, as if calculating whether I had heard too much. I just bowed my head and continued working. The room went completely silent. I ran my scan and saw something most engineers would have missed. The cable transporting information back to mainland China was slightly out of rhythm. Instead of guessing, I grabbed a notepad, did some advanced calculation, and figured out exactly where that hiccup had to be coming from. Then I traced it all the way down to the source, 400 feet beneath the ocean, which is the base of the offshore platform in case you're wondering. When I reached it, I could literally feel the ocean pressure. That's when I adjusted it at the exact source. Within seconds, the line stabilized. Better than that, it's also 10 times faster than its original speed. But that's when I noticed something that didn't make sense. The cable wasn't carrying information such as emails, calls, or transactions. This one was different. It was broadcasting something, a very specific repeating frequency, over and over. When I traced where it was going, that's when it got even more strange. Normally, information flows to one central hub in mainland China, and from there, it gets distributed out, like a post office sorting and delivering mail. But this frequency signal wasn't going to the hub. It was skipping the entire system, bypassing every normal checkpoint, and transmitting directly to thousands of locations, all at the exact same time. But I didn't think much at that moment. After the job was done, I was escorted into a quiet room. Just Mr. Xing and the other Chinese man. They told me clearly, I was never there. No one could know I had stepped foot on that platform. The details of the cable, the work, the location, none of it could ever be mentioned. I signed the non-disclosure agreement, and that night I was flown home, paid in full. For the next few weeks, I couldn't land a single job. Not one. Proposal after proposal rejected. Calls ignored. Projects that looked promising suddenly Went in another direction. The debts piled up. I maxed out every credit card just to stay afloat. Bills multiplied faster than I could pay them. The stress was constant. Then one night, while going through my computer, something caught my attention. My travel records, my departure and return from China, gone. No visa history, no entry stamp logged, no digital footprint, as if I had never been there. I stared at the screen for a long time, wondering if that has anything to do with Mr. Xing and that cable repair in the South China Sea. And then I kept digging, looking for anything I could use to make money. Anything. As I dug through my archives, my fingers brushed over a forgotten folder, buried deep in my computer folder. I clicked it open, and my eyes landed on an old raw audio file. I played it, and the sound seemed familiar. I froze. It was the exact sound frequency moving through that cable 400 feet beneath the South China Sea. That's when it hit me. During the troubleshooting, my device had been running and recording. It had recorded everything passing through the line. I hadn't meant to capture it, but it had saved a perfect loop of that broadcast. And I remembered the whisper by the other Chinese man to Mr. Xing. Ever since this error, our revenue dropped by 70%, and the entire China is in an economic downturn. With nothing left to lose, I put on my headphones and played it. The recording began with a simple phrase, Zijin Kai Fu, forbidden China wealth. Then the frequency started. I'll tell you about all the external manifestations like money, my dream house, and all that in just a minute. But first, let me tell you what it actually felt like when I pressed play on that sound. It was like something inside me just let go. I could feel this steady, almost magnetic vibration rolling through my chest, loosening the tightness in my shoulders, quieting the constant chatter in my head. It felt like I was finally in tune with something bigger, like I finally had the key to unlock my richer, bigger life. Right after listening, I closed the file and almost deleted it. I told myself this was nonsense. I was a telecom engineer. I dealt with facts, not some forbidden frequency gibberish. For a moment, I nearly erased the only copy I had, and thank God I didn't, because something strange happened the next morning. I woke up to a message from a client who had ignored me for months. He apologized and said their previous engineer had underperformed, and they wanted me back, urgently. The contract value was higher than before, much higher. I stared at the number twice just to make sure I wasn't reading it wrong. I told myself it was a coincidence, until it happened again. That afternoon, I received an unexpected LinkedIn message from a firm I had pitched to nearly a year earlier. They said they had reevaluated my proposal and wanted to move forward. The best part? They're willing to give me an upfront deposit because my skill is rare. By the third day, instead of chasing work, I was choosing it. Instead of discounting my rate, I was increasing it. And clients weren't pushing back. They were agreeing. By the end of that week, I had secured 3 high-level contracts, all paid 50% upfront. My bank account surged all of a sudden. For the first time in years, I wasn't scrambling. Money and opportunities were coming to me effortlessly. But the money wasn't the part that hit me the hardest. A few weeks after everything started shifting, I booked an appointment with one of the best respiratory specialists in the state. Private clinic, no waiting months, no insurance arguments. We walked in, and for the first time, I wasn't calculating the cost in my head. The doctor adjusted my daughter's asthma treatment plan, upgraded her medication, gave her something longer term, stronger, better. I paid without flinching. That night, I kept the receipt. Not because I needed it, but because I remembered standing in that pharmacy. Card declining 3 times. A few days later, my daughter was outside playing in the yard, running and laughing happily. And the cough, the moment she'd stop and grab her chest. They didn't come. She just kept running. Lori was standing next to me. She just reached for my hand, squeezed it, and smiled at me joyfully. That look from Lori, it wasn't just happiness, it was trust, and I couldn't help but think. All of this started with just 5 minutes a day and a secret sound from deep in the South China Sea I was never supposed to have. But then my curiosity got the better of me. Being a telecom engineer, I couldn't just leave it alone. I had to know why it worked. As I started digging deeper, I found something chilling. Remember I told you this forbidden China wealth audio from 400 feet down below the South China Sea was transmitting directly to thousands of different locations at the same time? I used my advanced location pinpointing device, and this is what gave me goosebumps. It was to private islands, private estates, remote compounds, properties that didn't show up on public listings. Over 500 routed to properties owned by Chinese billionaires who had officially disappeared. 23 to private islands, over 100 to influential political residences, hundreds more to people whose names never make headlines but quietly decide land use, banking policy, energy contracts. That's when I realized why it is called the forbidden China wealth, and I wasn't supposed to see it. I then traced back its origin. That's when I saw something that made my stomach drop. Its origin dated back to the late 1950s, one of the most turbulent chapters in modern Chinese history. Buried inside the Forbidden China Wealth archive data were references to a research group formed during the Chairman Mao Zedong era, and it was invented by a circle of university professors and physicists. China was supposed to be extremely rich, all thanks to the Forbidden China Wealth frequency invention. But the opposite happened. The whole nation fell into poverty and famine. Why? Because Chairman Mao banned the Forbidden China Wealth frequency. He then ordered scholars, teachers, and professors to be captured because they knew about the Forbidden China Wealth. He even abolished the National University Entrance Exam so no one can be smart enough to realize and invent the Forbidden China Wealth frequency. Chairman Mao did this because he wanted to keep the Forbidden China Wealth all to himself and maybe some other people on his side. It was during that time people were left digging through fields for rotting scraps just to survive. After Chairman Mao's death, Deng Xiaoping emerged as the real leader by 1978. That's when Deng decided to restore everything, including releasing Forbidden China Wealth frequency to a select group of people to revive China's economy. That's why China became extremely rich and powerful in such a short period of time. It's also why the US is in a trade war with China, because they're getting way too powerful. China's rise accelerated at a pace the world had never seen, from rural fields to megacities, from bicycles to bullet trains, from surviving to buying luxury brands all around the world. You think the trade war is as simple as President Trump hates China or President Trump wants to win the economy? No. Something more sinister is going on. President Trump knows China has a secret, and he's using this trade war to pressure China into revealing it. It's never about tariffs. It's always about forcing China to give up the Forbidden China Wealth. Think about it. If the Forbidden China Wealth frequency could scale an entire nation, what could it do for an individual? That simply means when you also have the Forbidden China Wealth at your fingertips, attracting and pulling in wealth and opportunities feel like a powerful magnet drawing metal straight into your hands. Listen to it. For 5 minutes a day, and the changes can start happening. I gave some of my closest friends a copy. They hit play and they said they never felt so good. One of them said their husband got promoted to a senior manager role just 2 days after listening to it. Another friend told me she woke up the next day feeling lighter than she had in years. And out of nowhere, her sister called to say she was gifting her a fully paid vacation. And another told me her boss, who had overlooked her for years, suddenly offered her a raise and a $10,000 bonus in the same week. I called Mr. Xing, told him what was happening, and asked him a bold question. How I accidentally recorded the Forbidden China Wealth sound, how it changed my life and my intention of sharing it with the world. And I asked if I could share this forbidden secret sound with the world. At first, he said absolutely not. This was never meant for the public, he told me. Knowing Mr. Xing's personality, I shared other things that I didn't think he could refuse. How people were writing to me about the life-changing, bank account-changing results, and how many more were begging for a chance to hear it. Families catching a break, debts wiped, doors opening that were locked for years. He went quiet. Then he sighed. You know, I really see you as our own people. You speak fluent Mandarin, and your work ethic is admirable, he said. He then paused for a moment and said, Fine, you can share it with the world, but only under one condition. I have to stay under the radar. Do not use my name. That's why for his protection, I can't reveal his real name, hence the alias name Mr. Xing. Mr. Xing then said, You must keep control of the original file so it isn't corrupted or misused. And if another Chinese tycoon or politician ever finds out this or decides this has gone too far, he leaned closer. You shut the site down, immediately. No debates, no lawyers. You can't outspend the rich Chinese. We're all too rich. If they want it gone, it's gone. That's why this page is here, for now, but it may not be here tomorrow. So if you're reading this right now, consider it a rare chance, a window into something you were never meant to hear. And right here, right now, I'm excited to finally share it with you. The Forbidden China Wealth sound, recorded directly from the cable installed 400 feet beneath the South China Sea. I love it so much because it's so simple, yet powerful. It begins working the first time you try it. It's simple and easy to use. You can do it from literally anywhere. While others are chained to their desks, grinding away at jobs they hate, or spending years climbing the corporate ladder only to hit a ceiling. All it takes is 5 minutes a day, a pair of headphones, just press play, and make you naturally attract opportunities, manifest money, and move through life with ease. No struggle, no exhausting side hustles, no years of trial and error. Just a proven science-backed Forbidden China Wealth frequency that finally puts you in control of your financial destiny. That's it. Let the sound do its work and let more opportunities flow into your life. With ease, ending money worries for good. After all, it's the same frequency behind the explosive China economic rise that stunned the entire world. and the same frequency that resulted in an explosion of Chinese millionaires and billionaires, and a wave of Chinese investors buying skyscrapers, luxury brands, and prime real estate across the globe. Don't spend years struggling like I did. Join the 36,977 men and women now attracting money effortlessly. Since using the Forbidden China Wealth, it's not your fault. You haven't been able to manifest wealth and abundance all these years, all because you don't have access to the wealth attraction secret the rich have been using for decades. But now you've seen the Forbidden China Wealth. Customers report they've been able to pay off long-standing debts faster than they ever imagined. Unexpected job offers and freelance projects come in at the perfect time. Unexpected checks and payments arrive when they need them most. Many say they finally have the freedom to take their kids on trips and experiences they could only dream about before. Not only that, you'll notice your intuition sharpening like never before. Gut feelings that guide you in the right direction almost every time. And uncanny synchronicities, those lucky coincidences, popping up in your daily life. Ethan had a client who'd gone silent for months suddenly reply and approve a $4,850 project without negotiating the price. Lily received a $1,276 payroll correction from her employer after an internal review flagged an old miscalculation. Jenna found out she qualified for a $2,340 state assistance program she had overlooked the year before, and the funds hit her account within 10 days. Carlos, who drives for a delivery app, was tipped $312 in 1 week from just 3 customers, more than he usually makes in tips in a month. Victor got a $2,185 advance from a former client who decided to restart a paused contract out of nowhere. Now you may be thinking, how much is it to use the Forbidden China Wealth and finally attract the money you dream of, effortlessly? Let me ask you this. How much would you trade for a life where money just finds you? Think about it. How much would you invest to wake up and feel financially secure for the first time in years? To check your bank account and see surprise deposits instead of overdraft fees? To have money flow in effortlessly, whether it's a random bonus, an unexpected refund, or an opportunity you never saw coming? What would you be willing to invest for this kind of transformation? $200, $300, $500? How many years have slipped away while you kept struggling to figure it out, only to be in the same place or worse? Think about that. If the 5-minute Forbidden China Wealth can scale an entire nation, if it can turn people from farming villages and factory floors into billionaires flying across the world to buy luxury brands like they're picking up groceries, what do you think it can do for you? It's not a coincidence that China's wealth exploded after Deng Xiaoping released the Forbidden China Wealth to a select few to revive China's economy after Chairman Mao's death. You really can't put a price on a frequency that plugs you straight into the same flow of wealth the world's richest have been using for years. Numerous people have suggested that this product would be an incredible value even at $500. But I'm doing this because Mr. Xing and I believe something this powerful should never stay hidden only for the ultra-wealthy. I don't believe the rich will become richer, and the poor will become poorer. That means you don't need to invest $500 to get your hands on this breakthrough sound wave. In fact, you don't need to invest $200 or even $100. The truth is, I'm not even interested in making a profit on this. I'm already rich, remember? All I ask is that you cover the expenses it takes to develop the product and run this website, so you'll get instant access to everything for just $49. But that's not all. Because you've made it this far, it's obvious you're serious about having the wealth and freedom for you and your family, which is why I want to let you have everything right now at a special price available only through this video on this page today. So I'd like to offer you the Forbidden China Wealth for just $39. That's another $10 off. And all I ask in return is you consider sending me a success story as you begin to experience the life-changing transformation that so many of our customers are now experiencing. All you have to do is click the button below. The moment you hit the Order Now button below, you'll be taken to a safe, encrypted checkout page where you can enter your details with total confidence. Just so you know, we've partnered with the online platform called ClickBank to process our transactions. That's because they offer best-in-class, world-class, military-grade encryption and security. It's fully secured with the latest 256-bit SSL encryption, the same military-grade protection used by banks and billion-dollar companies like Amazon or Walmart to keep your information private. And as soon as you click Submit, your digital Forbidden China Wealth audio track will be delivered instantly. That means no waiting for a package to arrive, no dealing with delayed shipping or lost mail, no extra charges. You instantly save another $9 since there are no shipping fees. And just so you know, you won't find this anywhere else. Not on Amazon, not on Google or YouTube, not even through any website. The only way to access the Forbidden China Wealth at this exclusive price is right here, on this page. And once you do, it's yours forever. But you may not even see Forbidden China Wealth or this website. after today because information like this is extremely sensitive. When something that was never meant for public access starts circulating, word spreads fast. And when the China politicians or tycoons see this, it doesn't stay available. Access gets restricted. I've already been warned by Mr. Xing that releasing this publicly could attract attention I don't want. I have a family that I love, a wife and a daughter, and while I'm doing my best to share this with as many people as possible, sharing this publicly is going to get me into unnecessary trouble. I could have just kept this all to myself. That's why I'm keeping this page low profile. No mass advertising, and if things escalate, I won't fight it. I'll just take the whole thing down like how I promised Mr. Xing. So if you're here right now, don't assume you can come back tomorrow. This window could close without warning. And if that happens, I don't want you coming back later only to find out it's no longer available. Right now, you're still here, and that means your spot is reserved, but only for as long as this page remains open. If you leave now, I can't guarantee it'll still be here when you return. So don't spend another day missing out on the wealth, opportunities, and financial breakthroughs that have been waiting for you this whole time. If the forbidden China wealth is still available, you'll be taken to the secure order page where you can lock in your access. If not, you'll have to join the waitlist and hope it opens again later. Remember, you'll save the most money when you order with today's discount and not risk missing out. Claim your discount and click the button below right now. How to use the forbidden China wealth. I love answering this question because it's so simple. Here's what you do. Get up in the morning, sit down with a cup of coffee or breakfast or whatever you have in the morning. Pop a pair of headphones or earbuds in your ears and press play on your smartphone or computer. Listen to the forbidden China wealth for 5 minutes while you drink your coffee. We've already programmed all this for you, and then go about your day. It's really that easy. From there, you simply let the forbidden China wealth do its thing. Soon you'll start to see money, wealth, and abundance flow into your life. Just like it did for me, my family, our early beta testers, and now the thousands of others in over 70 countries who have tested the forbidden China wealth since then. Even though the forbidden China wealth has thousands of 5-star reviews from customers, if you're skeptical, I get it. You've been promised miracle solutions before. And maybe right now, there's a little voice in your head saying, this sounds too good to be true. That's normal. So here's what I'm going to do for you. Don't decide today, just try it. I'm giving you a full 365 days to experience the forbidden China wealth for yourself. Completely risk-free. Listen to the forbidden China wealth for just 5 minutes a day. Watch how money, opportunities, and financial breakthroughs start appearing in ways you never expected. And if, for any reason, you don't feel a difference, if you don't experience even the smallest financial breakthrough, then you pay nothing. Just send a quick email and I'll give you every penny back. That means you don't even need to make a decision right now. Just say maybe and you'll have a full 365 days to test it out for yourself. But I have a strong feeling that once you experience what this secret sound can do, you won't just want to keep it. You'll wonder how you ever lived without it. So go ahead, say maybe. Click the button below and start your journey, completely risk-free. Claim your $399.50 in gifts and bonuses when you order today. Your first free gift. The wealth myths you were taught. Let's be honest, most of us were handed a completely broken script about money. These ideas seem harmless, but they silently limit what you allow yourself to receive. In this fast, eye-opening free gift, I expose the exact wealth myths most of us absorbed growing up that keep you stuck at the same income level year after year, and show you how to rip them out at the root. Because if you're still playing by rules designed to keep you small, no amount of opportunity will ever feel like enough. Normally sold for $39, but yours for free today. Your second free gift, the wealth blueprint you were never given. Nobody ever handed you the real playbook. You were taught how to get a job, how to pay bills, how to survive. But no one showed you how wealth is actually built. The truth? The rich don't just work harder. They follow predictable patterns of leverage, positioning, and timing that stack money faster than effort ever could. In this free gift, I break down the exact blueprint you were never taught. How wealth is structured, how income expands instead of staying capped, and why some people seem to move up levels while others stay stuck grinding. Once you see this blueprint, you can't unsee it. And when you pair it with forbidden China wealth, you're no longer guessing. You're operating with inside knowledge. I could easily sell this for $69. Instead, it's my gift to you. Your third free gift, 3-day early wealth game plan. Most people never see results because they don't have a game plan. That's exactly why I created the 3-day early wealth game plan. It's designed to trigger your first visible win fast. I show you exactly when to listen, what to do immediately after, and the one subtle mistake that quietly cancels early breakthroughs. Because here's the truth. You don't need $1 million on day one. You need proof. A surprise deposit, an unexpected callback, a stalled deal reopening. Once you get that first win, momentum takes over. This free gift is to get you your early wins quickly, so you don't just hope this works, you see it. Click the button below to claim today's discount and your 3 free bonuses right now. Once you download the Forbidden China Wealth, I want you to listen to the Forbidden China Wealth audio track once a day for just 5 minutes. Do this for the next 30 days straight. If you follow this simple routine, there's no doubt in my mind that you'll start seeing money, opportunities, and breakthroughs appearing in your life effortlessly. I can't tell you exactly when it will happen. Maybe it's on your very first listen, or maybe it takes a week or two. I'm pretty sure it certainly will happen. This is what I call the freedom moment. The freedom moment is when you wake up and realize things have changed. The bills aren't weighing on you, the stress is gone, and for the first time in years, you feel free to live life on your terms. It's that moment when everything starts lining up in your favor, and you can actually see the freedom you've been chasing becoming real. You feel calmer, lighter, but at the same time more focused and in control. And then little things start happening. The things you've secretly wished for but never said out loud. They just start showing up, one by one. It almost feels like life itself is lining things up for you. Once you use the Forbidden China Wealth, there's no going back. You'll wonder how you ever lived any other way. It's a feeling you can't really put a price on. So I can't wait for you to experience what life can be like once you've used the Forbidden China Wealth. If you have 2 ears in 5 minutes, you can attract wealth effortlessly. The way I see it, you're now at a crossroads and you have a choice to make. Option 1, ignore everything you just read. You could choose to close this page, go back to life as usual and hope something changes. Keep wishing for a financial breakthrough while watching others seem to attract money effortlessly. Keep feeling like you're always one step behind, stuck in survival mode while the wealthy keep getting richer. And worst of all, if you don't change your inner frequency that's been keeping you trapped, it won't just affect you. The same scarcity frequency wiring in your brain will be passed down to your kids, repeating the same cycle of struggle, stress, and lost opportunities for generations. Or you can choose a different path. Option 2, say maybe to the Forbidden China Wealth. When I first listened to this sound, it felt like I had stumbled onto a secret I was never supposed to know. And now, for the first time, you have a chance to use it too. This sound lets you wake up each day feeling lighter, clearer, and more energized, while the people around you can't help but notice how things just seem to fall into place for you. And they'll start to ask you how you became rich all of a sudden. Money flows in easier. Opportunities show up without you forcing them, and it all feels effortless, like you finally tapped into the same current of abundance the ultra-wealthy have been using for years. All it takes is 5 minutes a day to listen to the Forbidden China Wealth. So the real question is, will you take the first step, or will you let this opportunity slip away? Your friends and family might even start asking what changed, because suddenly you're living with a freedom most people only dream about. While everyone else is stuck in the same cycle, working harder, stressing more, and still barely keeping up, you're the one who seems to have escaped the struggle, escaped the 9 to 5. You're calmer, doors open for you. Money finds its way to you without the constant grind. That's what happens when you're tuned into the same secret sound that China's wealthiest have guarded for decades. And if you've been waiting for a real breakthrough, the kind that actually changes how your life feels day to day, this is it. You're just one click from stepping into a life of ease, wealth, and freedom. Just go ahead and click the button below to take advantage of today's 100% risk-free opportunity to attract the money and success effortlessly. It's time for you to experience a life where every decision you make leads to more wealth, more opportunities, and more freedom. Starting today, I guarantee you'll feel the shift. And if you don't pay a single penny. Since discovering the Forbidden China Wealth, my life has been transformed in ways I never imagined. Opportunities appear effortlessly. Money flows in with ease, and success feels almost automatic. I want the same for you. That's why this isn't just a refund policy. It's my personal guarantee. If you don't see the breakthroughs you deserve, you won't pay a dime, because I refuse to let you walk away without experiencing the abundance that's been waiting for you all along. It's that simple. Go ahead and click the Order Now button to take advantage of this 100% risk-free opportunity to create a life rich in experiences, joy, and freedom.